Yo, what is up, guys? What is poppin'? We are back with some content. It's been a while since I uploaded. There was like kind of a long break between the end of the regular season, both IDM and NPL, and our matches, or pretty much between my first round match in NPL and the semis, as well as like the semis in IDM, the regular season. I got a bye, obviously, in the IDM, and yeah, we are back with it here with our semifinals match versus our boy SkyyRisee, aka the coach of the Goldenrod Zebstrikas. We had a bunch of good matches. This is actually a rematch of last season's finals, so should definitely be a good one. He's a very solid player, good buddy for sure. Very chill dude, and he's really good at Mons. So should be a fun one. We played him in the regular season, but both of us kind of brought some heat stuff because we didn't want to give away strategies for playoffs. We both pretty much clinched at the point where we faced in the regular season, so there was no point in going full tryhards. But yeah, I definitely want to win the IDM again, so we gotta win this one to move to the finals, where the winner will play Nova Hawk, ITL champion last season. So a self-proclaimed player of P. That's the nickname he gave himself. So if we beat Sky, that should be a fun one versus Nova. He's a like we know each other for a while. Like there's always some shit talk between us, but he's a really cool guy. So I wouldn't mind playing him in the finals. Like the trash talk will be real if we make it to finals. But anyway, I built some heat this time as well. Like not really heat, but I got some cool tags. Got some cool tags for sure. I got like the big crustle here, as you see, big rock bug in the middle. It's pretty solid set. Knockoff, Stone Edge, Stealth Rock, and Spikes. My opponent didn't bring removal, which is amazing for me. And yeah, hazards like Just Help, Garchomp, Alakazam, and Azumarill go in. It's enough speed to creep like Porygon 2 and Celesteela and shit, and enough damage to enough attack to bob like a Celesteela substitute or something with the uh, with the with the Stone Edge. Knockoff is also cool to remove items from Seismitoad or from Cellar and open up Weavile, because this Weavile set, yeah, it's pretty clean. It's Knockoff, Icicle Crash, Taunt, and Fling holding the ring target. The idea behind it was my opponent has like three monsters that can shoot hits from Garchomp. One is Celesteela, one is Latios, one is Whimsicott. Whimsicott and Latios aren't brings versus me because I got the Weavile as a Pursuit Trap and I got Aegislash. I see I didn't bring Aegislash, but like those two they can't come because they can't touch me. Latios as well is also checked by Azu, by Alakazam. Whimsicott can be annoying, but it's not really a mon versus me. Like it still gets revenge by Weaver, or pretty much shut down. Can't defog versus the Weavile squad, which is nice. And yeah, I didn't think it would come. Could have come, but he didn't bring it, thankfully. And if he brings um, if he brings like a Celesteela that holds an item, actually, I can knock it off and then go for Fling. If he brings like a Z move Celesteela to chew knock damage better, that would have been pretty much annoying, but I can still Fling like the Seismitoad, potentially, in case I have like a grass type attack, which I don't, but I could have flung it on like Porygon 2 to hit it with Shadow Balls from Alakazam. I don't even know if I have Shadow Ball on this, but like it helps with some stuff. Like versus Latios, for example, I could have just spammed EQ once I got rid of Celesteela or something. So, but yeah, it's mainly here for Celesteela. It could have helped versus something else, but like for example, going for Psychic versus Zoroark, um, which could be a thing. Yeah, these are the two, two probably my dedicated leads, one of the other. Probably Crustle most of the time, depending on his bring, but because like Crustle lives any one hit from his mons, um, besides like a Life Orb or Specs Draco from Latios. So had I seen Latios, I would have let Weavile, but besides that, I live any one hit. Like even a modest Flash can from Celesteela live it, unless he's modest Specs, which isn't set like versus me. So yeah, these are the two. We got Garchomp as the substitute, the Outrage, Earthquake. Pretty solid set versus him. It can revenge. Medicham can revenge pretty much his entire offense, and with rocks and spikes up, it actually OHKOs every single mono +2 on a squad, which is pretty clean. So, especially like Celesteela just gets bopped if I'm if I'm able to fling him the ring target. Ring target, obviously, in case you don't know, I didn't mention it, but in case you don't know, it like removes um, type immunities from the mon that holds the ring target. So I gotta be mindful. I can't switch in Weaver on like a Psychic from Ladios or Zen Headbutt from Weaver from Medicine, but I'm not gonna do it anyway. So these are the three. Then we got another win con here. One win con is Gacha, and one win con is Alakazam. I brought three win cons here. Second is Alakazam, a max HP set, enough speed for Whimsicott and Raikou. Calm Mind, Recover, Psychic, Focus Blast. Really, really tough to beat for him. It shoots a high jump kick after rocks pretty easily from Medicham. And once Celesteela is weakened, a +1 Focus Blast to a Fist of Celesteela does 50%. So I just knock off an Ice Crash damage off on this if it's physically defensive, plus rocks, and then +1 Alakazam beats it. I also can beat non-toxic Porygon 2, which could be a thing. It could be like he definitely has Recover. He probably has Tri Attack. He probably has like Shadow Ball or Foul Play. Foul Play would be nice for Agi for him with like min speed or something, so it catches me um, on the um, blade form to just bot me, and then like he can go from there. But the last spot is pretty much in the open. Could be T-Wave, could be Toxic, could be he could even run like a Curse variant, physically offensive, because I don't really have normal resist besides Crustle, which can't beat P2 and the Aegis Slash. So if it's like Curse, Return, Foul Play, could be very annoying. But yeah, Zam +1 Focus Blast to Chaos, even Spit Death Porygon 2, so that's clean. Third win con here, nice Azu. I actually didn't notice, but I messed up the the HP. I get 403 HP by accident. I'm like an Adamant Azu with Belly Drum, Liquidation Player of Aqua Jet, Okos' entire squad after Spike and Rocks at +6, and yeah, it has enough speed to creep Porygon 2 and Celesteela that creep max speed Jolly Snorlax. You might think, well, that's stupid because you know Snorlax never has Jolly max speed, but in our first game I actually brought a very speedy Adamant Lex with Belly Drum, and he crept this thing, so I think he might creep max speed Jolly. I think he only needs like 60 EVs on Zelda and Porygon to do that, so it's probably something he wants to do, and I creep those mons that creep my legs, so that could be kind of clean. On max HP, well, I'm not max HP because we had 43 HP, but 248 EVs. A lot of bulk to chew hits well, and yeah, can drum up pretty much on the P2, on the Toad, on the Zoroark, especially if it doesn't especially if it's a choice mon. On the Celesteela, I could potentially, but I really don't want to. But to help my Azu set up, I got a nice substitute, Roost, Baton Pass, Discharge, Zapdos. The thing is, Zapdos, like, my plan is to lead off with Crustle, probably will bring in Celesteela, depending on what he wants to do. I get on my hazards, I go into my Zapdos, set up a sub, force in Seismitoad, and depending on if I got both my layers up or if I still need to see what kind of mons he has, like I can just Baton Pass out into my Azu and then fire off attacks. I don't have to belly drum up turn 1. I can just like do whatever I want. Just fire off attacks like player up switch ins are non-existent besides Celesteela. I can just liquidate it. With a sub up, I pretty much 2 KO it after like some prior damage from knockoff or stone edge from Crustle or Weaver, for example. So looking at this squad, pretty much what I expected. I knew Celesteela would come, I knew Porygon 2 would come. Medicham was coming 100%, so was Seismitoad. I expected like maybe a Scarf Zoroark, just for mind games and for revenge for Zam. But I didn't think Raikou would come, as you see, like I don't really have a good Raikou answer, but Zam should check it fairly well. I really expected Gliscor in this spot, but yeah, he didn't bring it, which is nice. Actually works out great for me because my Zapdos obviously doesn't have a move to touch Gliscor, so that helps. Also, like, it allows me to spam Earthquake quicker, so I decided to lead off with my Crustle here. Celesteela comes in, it had an item in Team Preview. I actually didn't check Team Preview, and I like, even though I knew I had to check it in preview because of my Weavile, I was like, oh fuck, I forgot. So I click knock off here because removing this item helps Weavile if he has an item. because then I can just click fling on whatever wants to come in, pretty much, or like on the incoming Celestia when I bring it out. So yeah, I want to try to help out my Weaver, and he goes for the heavy slam. Does 53. I get my weak armor boost. I'm actually weak armor mental herb to prevent like some taunt uses on his end, like Whimsicott or something. But yeah, now like I knew when I click knockoff that I might only get up rocks. But rocks are enough versus this team. Spikes would be nice because like he has 5 grounded mons, but rocks are enough in my opinion. Like it helps Azu sweep, and like I don't know if Porygon 2 can revenge me anyway if I'm like at 75 after the battle drum. So um, yeah, I go for knockoff and I don't remove an item. I'm like, oh fuck, is this no item or is this Z? And he obviously didn't tell me during the game. Afterwards he said it was no item, but it actually had an item when I looked at it like before we started the battle here. So yeah, Fling was kind of useless bring on Weaver, but no, we had to be ready. We had to be ready. So now I click rocks, and he in my opinion makes a misplay, probably predicting my Zapdos, clicking the toxic, and now I use this opportunity to get up a spike. Now a spike, and I'm like, oh yeah, this looks good. I go into my Zapper here. Best case scenario, he stays in on this turn and tries to toxic me, but there's no reason to do that. He gets a defense boost on Beast Boost, which is good to know. Knowing shows me that he's probably physically defensive, like max physically defensive mostly. Knockoff damage also like showed me he was heavily invested, so that's good to know. I can now sub up and Baton Pass out on the incoming Seismic, so he's pretty much forced to Scald or Ice Punch here to break my sub. Scald can't break my sub, even like Zapdos sub, and obviously can't break the Azumarill sub. So Azumarill comes in, and I actually grabbed like a relaxed Toad, which would have been a thing if he's like Earthquake and Scald, which like definitely is an option, because I felt like Scald is just a spammable move overall. But he goes for the Ice Punch here, showing that he wants to cover Zapdos. But I got to my Azu, and I think like yeah, let's just drum up. Even if he's Earthquake, yes, he can outspeed me, but like he can't revenge me, and I obviously as you see I get my I get the don't get the Citrus Berry boost, but that's not too big of a deal because he has to attack me here, and then I will get the Citrus boost anyway, so it doesn't really matter here. I drum up, and on the next turn I can just click Play Rough. I know this knocks out max defense Toad easily. He's lefties, so he's not boosting item or something that can knock out my Azu, and like I Play Rough here. Celesteela comes in. I know I'm outspeeded probably, and he actually was 2 points low with his Steela and his Porygon 2, and yeah, this is actually gonna be a good game. Azu coming through, the nice speed creep on this Azu. I can fuck up max HP Raikou with the Aqua Jet easily if it's max HP, and then I can just go from there. Zoroark comes in, that's not a counter. He can Sucker Punch, but no reason to. And Medicham doesn't have Fake Out into Bullet Punch, so that's pretty clean too. So we are able to win this game in 12 turns. Not the match probably people would have hoped we would have, but definitely a fun one for me because I get to drum sweep Sky. Once again, I like in our last battle in ITL, I've seen I swept him with belly drums Chestnut, and now he got drummed upon again, which is kind of funny. Obviously sad for him that he didn't make finals, but yeah, you know the goat, he has to advance to finals to win this league for the 3rd season in a row. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Leave a like in the comment if you did, and I catch you in the finals versus Nova Hawk. See ya.